Good day, fellow South Africans, colleagues, comrades, friends and brothers and sisters in our FEDUSA family. It's an honor for me to address you today on this very important topic of strengthening our grassroots. Immediately when we talk about strengthening our grassroots, it intimates that there is something wrong with our grassroots currently. Well, is there? At the leadership in Durban that we've had earlier this year in 2015, it was decided that we will make ourselves as leaders of the organization more available to you at the grassroots level. And this is part of that whole exercise. Listening to that, we also said that it's important that we have a direct line and communication with our structures, because at the end of the day, it's you that is supposed to make the decisions, not the other way around. Let me start off by saying that the general public perception is that the leadership in government, business and labour have failed dismally to address the triple challenges of poverty, inequality and unemployment in South Africa as an emerging economy. We can both adopt an ostrich mentality and disagree with this perception, or we can agree that we need to do something about the fact that we have some of the world's worst records in respect of unemployment, inequality and poverty. I'm proud to be the elected leader of an organization that realizes that we do have some serious challenges and that we constantly are interrogating all these issues, trying to find intelligent solutions. May I also be so bold as to say that the latter is perhaps what actually distinguishes us, FEDUSA, from other organizations. What counts against us at this stage is the extremely negative public perception of what trade unionism is, and this is enhanced by the apparent turbulence in the trade union movement in general. We are all aware of the state of play in one of our sister federations, COSATU, and its affiliates. The cannibalistic approach of other hostile unions who are endangering our own unions insofar as creeping into their area of organizing. Even Human Science Research Council survey indicates that among the general South African population, trust in the trade union movement among union target membership fell significantly. Again, we have a choice. We can say that FEDUSA is sitting pretty and that we have a good track record and reputation, or we can realize that the current turbulence in the union movement presents us with new opportunities. Opportunities that will make FEDUSA even stronger and much more influential. We need to remember that the old wisdom that says we should learn from history, that people do not learn from history. Let me say it again. We should learn from history that people do not learn from history. Even every time that there is some sort of a crisis, as with the 2008 financial recession, new rules are written and we need to be aware of them. Whether we like it or not, the current turbulence in the union movement will also cause new rules of engagement to be written. We also need to realize that the legitimacy of current trade unions is being questioned in respect of participation in social dialogue processes. So let's get to the point. We should realize that it's not going to be business as usual anymore. We will have to be vigilant about changes in our environment and be prepared to adapt to it. In line with this, I wish to remind you about our 10 golden rules which should guide us as an organization. Rule 1. First of all, trade unions will need good leadership. Good in this instance means leadership that is caring for its members, but at the same time are visionary, proactive and developmental, predicting the future instead of fitting into it. Also leadership that is brave enough to give direction, and even if it's not always the popular way out. Rule 2. Secondly, trade unions must remain relevant and sensitive to the needs of its members. In an ever-changing world, unions must continuously scan the environment in respect of social, in technological, political and economic change, and adapt its strategies and agendas to adequately address the needs of its members. Rule 3 will be of no use if we are picking up the challenges that's affecting us if we do not continuously review our strategies and see what these strategies are getting implemented. We no longer have the luxury of reviewing our strategies every year or every 2 years, etc. Reviewing our strategies should become the second nature in all our operations. Rule 4. Openness, honesty and integrity are ingredients which, without it, any organization will fail. Hence, I need not say anything more about it. The fifth rule, always act with a proper mandate from you, the membership. Very important. Always act with a mandate from you who are supposed to give us, the leaders, a mandate to do whatever is necessary in the best interest of the Federation's work. The undivided support of your members will provide the force behind you to execute their wishes. Always remember as well that our main mission is to articulate the needs of our members individually and sometimes independently. The sixth rule says with the greatest degree of professionalism and efficiency we should conduct our daily business. Our members deserve to have peace of mind that we have the necessary competence and diligence to always do the right things at the right time, the first time. In short, we simply cannot shoot with a shotgun where the interests of our members are at stake. Seventh, good corporate governance in trade union is critical. Good administration, service excellence, proper financial management and sound investment policies are not negotiable. It's not negotiable. The eighth rule, get rid of bureaucracy. Trade unions, like most other organizations, have a tendency of becoming slow-moving bureaucracies with all the red tape. We must guard against this so that when circumstances dictate, we can take effective, decisive and swift action in the best interest of those members that we are protecting at that point in time. Ninthly, we must build up cooperation between our organization and other like-minded organizations with a view to consolidating our collective effort in protracting and pursuing the rights and interests of our members. And lastly, we must as affiliates avoid competition with each other in our organization and respect one another for being together, as it makes us stronger. We said often to our colleagues of the other federations, we do want unity in South Africa, but not at all costs. Unity doesn't mean that from amongst ourselves we will elect the leaders. Unity means that we all have a common objective, that we will all, with our own special values and those issues that's important to us as a federation, that we will pursue. So it's not at all costs, but it's necessary, because we're all workers eventually, at the end of the day. In conclusion, brothers and sisters, colleagues, comrades, and proud to be South Africans, with these 10 golden rules that should guide us, we should also use the current turmoil and scan the environment for opportunities to grow in numbers and in our stature. Always exploring the intelligent options. Furthermore, we need to go back to basics and make sure we are strong at branch and shop steward level. In all our affiliates, not only the large ones, in all our affiliates. That is what makes us strong. We must continue to build capacity that will produce proactive, visionary, brave leaders. You, with integrity that can help us shape the future. instead of fitting into